Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Professor Norman Cornett, religious studies scholar, curator, and art critic with the multidisciplinary artist Sekai, and his Prayer Box project. This, in fact, is the last creation in that project, number 22. And Sekai, in this particular work, you have created significant symbols. Could you talk about the symbol that we see right here? And these are your own creations?
These are my own creations. The symbol here is dealing with the circle and the triangle. I think those in artistic development are very important. The circle is our wholeness in life. The triangle is our development intellectually in the reality in which we live in. There are other symbols, and they're just the way I see things, personally.
And perhaps we can remove the straps so that we can show viewers the other symbols that you've created. For example, here, a triangle juxtaposed to a Hebrew letter, and here, triangles that are essentially in juxtaposition. And this symbol, what does this represent, Sekai?
You put me into quite a question on that. Again, what we can see a bit more here, it's almost a figure. It is basically, I would say it is humanity reaching for its ultimate consciousness.
What intrigues me in your final opus of the Prayer Book project is the extent to which you refer to symbols, whether circles, whether triangles, or triangles juxtaposed. This brings us almost into the realm of semiotics, by which I mean signs, symbols, and significance. You're a practicing Buddhist. You are a professional artist. Do you see geometry as integral both to your artistic practice and to your spirituality?
I think there's a great deal to be explored in that, yes. Every artist will find in the geometric forms in life what they find in them, but that's it. Symbols are everywhere around us. Mm-hmm. In our day-to-day life, in our consciousness and spirituality, and further in society, symbols in various cultures. That's what I'm trying to say. Symbols.
And we can't help but noticing, Sekai, that unlike the other boxes in the Prayer Box project, this one almost has a uniform color, namely purple.
Yes.
Or mauve. Yes. Why?
Oh, I'm sure you and many psychiatrists would like to know what that means. But purple is something that very young I was attracted to as a color. I think that when I look at colors, that takes us also into a higher level of spiritual consciousness. Mm-hmm. So I'm attracted to that.
Would you mind opening up?
Yes.
Number 22 Prayer Box.
Okay. Number 2 Prayer Box, as you will see, has a purple silk, a very dark purple silk. And I see that, you were talking about that, talking about religion and so on. Purple in many cultures has been a symbol in the rites, spiritual rites.
Mm-hmm. I hasten to add, as a religious studies scholar, purple specifically in, for example, the tradition of Roman Catholicism during Lent. Yes. All of the statues are shrouded in purple. And when a cardinal is crowned, ordained as a cardinal, they receive a similar color. It is associated, in fact, purple was associated with royalty, with majesty in the Middle Ages, with monarchy. This was an imperial color.
Mm-hmm. I thank you for bringing that up. Yes, I understand that's exactly how it was done. I think in consciousness, purple brings us into a deeper spirituality. It's a deeper, deeper, deeper process. And it does not separate us from others. It's not a meaning that the person wearing it is more supreme, but maybe they have consciously gone deeper into exploring their identity in the universe. Simply as that. Now in this box, again, like all the boxes, there is a parchment, again with special thoughts by various people. This one in particular has the feminine involved. I've got something, I've been reading books by Elizabeth Heisch, a book called Initiation, and she deals with one of the major problems in our life is our identity and our sexuality and our spirituality. And those are things we have to find the harmony and balance with. I also continue to deal with nature, with the river symbols, stones. I have flowers in here, and mantras. And we all find our mantra in this life, if you're deeply conscious.
Well, if I may, this particular text, all of them are handwritten by yourself.
Yes.
This is on a much thicker parchment paper, almost like papyri, like a papyrus. And I'm very intrigued by what you do, Sekai, in the sense of a palimpsest, as though you are writing over a new discourse of what has been erased or forgotten, or you're building upon it. You mention the theme of sexuality and gender identity. This particular papyri, parchment, also quotes Walt Whitman.
Yes.
And Walt Whitman, one of the great American poets of the 19th century. We all know him, whether we know it's him or not, from the film Dead Poets Society, O Captain, My Captain, which he wrote in homage to Abraham Lincoln at his assassination, but specifically with respect to sexuality, gender, and identity. His masterpiece, Leaves of Grass, as a gay author, a gay poet, who really, and keep in mind, we are in the 1800s, who's challenging the strictures of, even on this side of the Atlantic, challenging Victorian morality, Victorian mentality, Victorian strictures. And perhaps we can think of purple as a color that knows no boundaries.
There you go. Definitely in the LGBTQ identity, they have the rainbow flag. And the rainbow includes all colors. And so in a way, the world is telling us that we are all included. Nobody is excluded. And I'm just going to read a little something here from Elizabeth Heisch. She talks about the self is life and the only reality. And whoever is initiated into the self, and in this way has come to know himself completely, loves everyone and everyone equally, for he is one with them.
Thank you for that text, Sekai. And ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to learn more about the spirituality and art of Sekai, I invite you to consult the blog site sksekai.wordpress.com.